Hope International, they are up against Bequia United as the players and officials make their way to the middle. Eddie, good
Well,
evening.
good night to you, Charlo, and to viewers. Indeed, an all-important fixture here tonight in a triple header. It's the night capper. Of course, Bequia United and Hope International coming head-to-head. Important game, certainly for Hope International. They have had somewhat of an indifferent season. Bequia United certainly not having the best of seasons, so all-important game for both teams.
Definitely.
So we see both teams now making their way into the middle, and of course doing so to the FIFA anthem. Just to go through the starting lineups: Bequia in their yellow tops and red shorts. Starting 11, in goal Josh Stowe, Mark Brown the captain, Jermaine John, Kamal Bess, Javier Friday, Ozanli Oliver, Gideon Bess, McQueen Snag, Jamal Oliver, Jamia Shade, and Tristan Farrell, the starting 11 for Bequia.
Most definitely. And for Hope International, Elron Batiste, number 1. He's in goal. Number 21, Jaron Adams, the captain. Number 3, Rashawn Matthias. 4, Jermaine Harry. Number 5, Samuel Matthews. Number 6, Kishore Lewis. Number 10, Enrique Millington. Number 16, Jishon Bibi. 22, Zadan Simmons. Number 23, Chad Davis. And number 26, Nyron Delplesh.
Well, both teams just about finishing their greeting. Of course, doing so now with the officials. And this one promises to be a fairly exciting encounter here tonight. One of the fitter teams, of course, Bequia United. They run hard at you. If there's one thing I can say about this Bequia outfit. Hope International, of course, a team that has been around for quite a number of years, former national champions. As I said earlier on, having not the best of season, a bit of an indifferent season. But, of course, tonight they'll be hoping to come with all 3 points, Charlo.
Well, most definitely, they would want to step up on the point standing and even increase their own position in the tournament so far. And this is going to be, I expect, to be a pretty keenly contested encounter.
All right, and there's Hope International in a huddle. The Bequia squad just making their way towards the bench, maybe just to get some final instructions from their coach, Kendall Mercury, a former national coach, and certainly a gentleman who's made a tremendous contribution to football across the length of Brighton, Vincent, and the Grenadines.
Most definitely. Experienced individual certainly brings a lot to the table.
Without a doubt. And this Bequia team filled with a lot of talent, of course. The likes of Mark Brown, who certainly is a handful up front. One to watch tonight as far as Bequia is concerned. Last game, he wasn't at his best. And we do hope that tonight Mark Brown can definitely deliver for Bequia.
Well, I think one of the outstanding players for Bequia throughout the season so far is Kamal Bess, another experienced individual. And he would want to, one would expect him to be very good in defense. And many occasions he overlaps, and he's really a stalwart for Bequia.
Well, both teams in the middle. The Bequia team defending the western end, and the Hope International outfit, they're defending the eastern end.
But I also think you have to look at Jamal Olivier. He has been good for Bequia as well.
So that's the kickoff as Bequia United are the one down through the middle, but straight into the defense there for Hope International. Chad Davis knocking it back into the middle as Hope International with the early control here in the first minute in this encounter here at the Brighton facility under the lights. And Bequia now with possession just inside their own half. Floated forward, searching ball, but could only find the defense. Stocky player that is, and Jamal Oliver bundled to the turf. Would have had a run-in with, it looks like, Jishon Bibi, it looks like.
That's the number 16.
Yes.
Yes.
Oliver still there on the turf as the assistant or the physio comes in to have an early look there at
Mercury
Oliver.
doubling up. Seems to be a more of a head injury. Should be perhaps just a knock around the head rather than an injury.
Well, these days a head blow in any form of
sports.
Can be
the concussion rule.
Yes.
It comes into play.
So Oliver, he's now been pulled to his feet and looks to be fairly comfortable. And, well, we're now seeing that...
BB is also getting some attention, so
yes,
a collision of heads.
that is apparently what happened here. So we await the restart of this one. I believe it's going to be in favor of Hope International. Free kick, yes. Deep inside their own half. Goalkeeper Elron Baptiste is going to take this one. Both players off, as a matter of fact, in BB and Oliver. So both teams down to 10 men. Floated forward. And well done by the defender there for Bequia. Just looped it forward. Oliver with a bit of a flick on. Nice little ball through the middle there, but there's no yellow shirt. And easy work there for goalkeeper Elron Baptiste in this, the second minute of this encounter here tonight. Here's Chad Davis for Hope International with possession. He decides to go into the middle. Finds
Lewis.
That's Lewis, yes, Shane Lewis. Go further to his left. And the play over there with some space. That's the captain of Hope International in Adams. Still with it. The flag is up. Whistle goes. And I believe it's an offside call against Hope International. A little too quick win forward there. Possibly Chad Davis. And an early free kick for Bequia United. As goalkeeper Josh Stowe, that's getting his first touch there, floating it across to the left side. As a matter of fact, yes, let's see what happens now with this free kick. Down the middle. Oliver is in a sort of a searching mood, but Bequia still with possession. Into the middle now. And it's knocked away by the defense there for Hope International. 0-0 in this encounter here tonight. And it's good to see that there's a fairly good gathering here at the Brighton facility. Parking, of course, around the facility is a bit of a challenge. Ball floated forward, and it's easy work there for goalkeeper Elron Baptiste.
Well, perhaps tomorrow, a holiday, workers' day, and so persons would not mind a little late hour. They can have a little late sleep.
That's the reason why we're having this game so late here tonight. It's not a working day, it's a workers' day here in St. Vincent. And the Grenadines won in the 18-yard box, but it's knocked away by the Hope International defense. Battle for possession there. And here's Mark Brown with possession. Decides to knock it back out there to Shade. Out of touch. And I believe it's going to be a throw-in for Hope International deep inside their own half, very close to that corner flag. As you see, some patrons, of course, close to the bar area, maybe getting a little bit of a liquid, a little bit of a refreshment, and taking in this encounter, Charlo.
Yeah, well, that was expected. A lot of advertisement going around. And there's number 27 in shade for Bequia. Was looking to still is Bequia inside the Hope's half.
Picked up there now by Lewis. And back in the half, Hope International. With possession now on the far side. It might very well be forced back. Let's see what happens. Loses possession. Trying to do a little bit too much. Mark Brown, a nice little ball onto it. Looks like Oliver over there. Gets around one and is brought down the interim. Whistle going. And it's going to be a free kick to Bequia in a pretty interesting position.
Well, Jamal Olivier, he has always been in the wars for Bequia. He's that player who never gives up. He is bulky, but he gives it his all.
And that is what is so important. No matter what, don't ever give up. So, free kick to Bequia United. And Captain Mark Brown is there. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow shirts in that 18-yard box. So let's see what they're going to make of it. There's at the top of the 18-yard box is Gideon Bess. They're looking. So, and there's no blue shirt. So let's see what can possibly happen.
Well,
I don't know if he's going to bring it back out or float it into the 6-yard box. It's knocked short. And it's in the end a good idea, but a team shot in the end there, Charlo.
Yes, and a bit wayward as well. And a goal kick for Hope International.
Well, I see that as a work of Kendall Mercury, you know, where the two players just stood back at the top of the 18-yard box. The 6-yard was basically filled. And no doubt that free kick caught the Hope International defense sort of flat-footed. Anything possibly could have happened there, but not the best of shots. So throwing now to Hope International. And there's Delplesh. But yellow shirt is there, whistle going. And again, it's Oliver. Another one bites the dust.
Yes, I tell you, he's going to take some tumbles. He's always there.
So it's a free kick to Bequia United. I make this probably about some 30 yards out or thereabout. Two players hovering over it. Let's see who's going to take it. And it's wide. Again, not the best of free kicks by this Bequia outfit. Kick taken there by Jermaine John. And he just floated this one to the right of the goal. Absolutely no work there for goalkeeper.
Absolutely nothing.
So Baptiste now just brings his left back into play. Switches now over to the right side as Hope International trying to build the attack now and move forward. Nice little ball down the right flank, but the goalkeeper's quickly off his line and stow. And in the end, I believe it's going to be the first corner kick of the game. It is.
Yes, it is. And you can see very quickly the assistant referee pointing to that spot.
Stowe has to be a little careful. Had he missed there, it would have been a bit of a problem for Bequia United. But here's Hope International, the first corner kick of the game in this 8 minutes.
The wind has picked up here.
Certainly it has. It's a nice cooling breeze nonetheless, and I believe the players out there, they're enjoying it. Of course, the physical work, anything to cool you down is always welcome, Charlie.
And today was a pretty hot day, so it's nice to have the cooling breeze.
Captain Adams closest one in. It's nodded away there by the Bequia defense. Still in the box, and he went well. Still very much there, whistle going, and I believe it's a possible handball. Quickly taken free kick. Not the best of free kick. He was looking to find his captain, Mark Brown, there. But in the end, didn't have the power to really get to his position. Hope International now with it. Knocked forward, looking there for Delplesh, but it's Stowe picking it up and bowling it out. And some poor work on the left side there.
Definitely a poor piece of work.
So we're 0-0 in this, the 10th minute. Hope International taking on Bequia United. Here comes Oliver with a one-timer and a beautiful save there from Baptiste. Good save,
work.
well timed.
Good work. I did mention Jamal, but he's a bit bulky, but he can be a handful.
And this one is now upfield. Carmel Best in a bit of a battle, not in it on. Good work in the end there to find his goalkeeper in Josto. And here comes Bequia United now. John searching ball forward, but again that direction. The intention is there, but the final touch certainly letting Bequia down so far, Charlo.
Yeah, I'm in total agreement with you there, Eddie.
Here is Hope. Deep inside on the right side. Ball knocked forward. Out of the way again. Intercepted by Bequia. And given up again there to BB. Whistle going, infringement.
Definitely. Plain as so it's going to be a free kick.
Certainly a free kick to Hope International. And Matthias is going to take it. Let's see, perhaps we're going to knock it short there for BB. Yes, he does. Has some space, BB. Mark Brown now with him. And floats it forward. Dispossessed. And Bequia, nice. Oh, that intention was there.
Too much.
Good intention. A little too much onto it. He was looking to find his captain, Brown. And in the end, it was easy work there for goalkeeper Elron Baptiste. Maybe I'm just thinking about Elton John, the former national goalkeeper for St. Vincent and the Elton Johnson.
Yes, I know, and he follows Squires a bit, follows the proceedings.
Battle for possession there in the middle, and a loose ball picked up there by Oliver. Looking for his captain. Nice ball there to Brown, but good work there by the goalkeeper, realizing that Brown had a lot of space, and he was quickly off his line, Elron Batiste, and just foiled that attempt there from Bequia. Here comes Hope International now with possession. Ball through the middle, but the defense is there for Bequia. Back to that champion in the middle, there in Oliver. For Bequia, this could be well, he's offside. Flag is up.
Yes, I was really looking at it, and rather belatedly, the flag came up.
Certainly. So Bequia's been having a fair amount of possession early in this one. Distribution still needs some work on that final touch also. But thus far looking fairly okay in this after some 12 minutes or thereabout, Charlo.
Well, that's what it's all about. But Hope still looking to warm their way down.
Ball back there to Bibi. Hope International finds Chad Davis. Davis, lovely ball on the left side. Has the defender with him in Kamal Bess. Let's see if he can get around Bess. Leaves it now for Bibi. And in the end, not the best of passes. Given up, given away. Here's Oliver. He's closely marked Oliver, but the first touch was a little disappointing. Couldn't keep it in. And in the end, it's going to be a throw-in for Hope International.
Well, Olivier looking to get into that attacking area, looking to outrun the defense for Hope.
Matthias floats that one forward, but in the end, Bequia gained possession, but didn't hold on for it too long. And well, both teams not looking too settled there. Whistle going, and it's against the Bequia player. And a free kick quite naturally there for Hope International. So 0-0. And as I said, Bequia, they've had a fair, as a matter of fact, in my opinion, probably have the better of the exchanges with regards to possession. And there's Oliver battling with Sean Bibi. Bibi decided to go back to Matthias. And again given away, but lost possession there. Bequia ball forward. Stowe's got to come off his line. He read it very, very early indeed, and averted whatever little danger there was for this Bequia team. Whistle going there by referee Lewis.
A pretty high boot.
It is indeed. And referee Lewis is from North Leeward, Chateaubriand.
Yes, and he's just having a firm word there with the number 4 in Jermaine Harry.
So Lewis having none of it as this one finds Brown. Whistle going, and Brown ruled to be in an offside position. Quickly taken free kick there to Adams of Hope International. And there's Lewis back to his captain Adams. Searching ball, but could only find the head of a Bequia player. Brown knocks it to the left. And again, they've given it away. Bequia seems to lack that composure at the very important times, so to speak. Bequia, here's Hope now on the right side of the captain. Adams down the right side. Nice ball, player. Well, the Bequia defense gets there first, out of touch. And it's going to be a throw in 15 minutes into this one. It's 0-0, Charlo.
Well, certainly, and it's still Bequia trying to knock it around. But again, we the level of control, we have not yet seen that from both teams. And there we have it. That Stowe. It's Hope. This one goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Hope. And we can see Bequia there were looking to steal that one. Here is the number 21. So look to work their way down. Again. Nice ball. Finds Chad Davis. Davis as a defender gets around one. Still Chad Davis with a shot into the side netting. It goes. So it's going to be a goal kick. In fact, it's coming off the defender into the side netting. So it's going to be a corner. Is that the first corner of the game, Eddie?
No, this is the second.
The second corner.
Second
yes,
corner
the first corner was on the far side.
Yes.
And so we see who is jogging into position for Hope International. It looks like Nyron Delplesh. So a number of yellow shirts back into their area, looking to defend that spot. Slides across their face. Hope looks to control, but that one booted over the uprights and into touch. It's going to be a goal kick for Bequia United. It's still 0-0.
I'm still a little disappointed with the dead ball situations of both teams. There was Chad Davis taking that corner kick, and he just booted it onto the far side.
There was Jermaine John looking to give it to Gideon Bess, who didn't control it, goes into touch, and it's going to be a throw-in for Hope. Quickly taken. It's still with Hope. Hope still with it. It's the Adams, number 21. Chad Davis has one. Cross comes in, but it cut out there by Kamal Bess for Bequia. But it comes right back to Hope. Hope still with it. It's still Hope. There's that tussle. Comes through his number 16 in Jashawn Bibi. Goes into touch. So it's going to be a throw-in for Bequia United. Yes. And Gideon Bess. Long throw. Headed upfield. It's with Hope. Nice work there by Del Plesh. But he's not being allowed to come forward. And it goes into touch for a throw-in for Hope. So, Bibi to Chad Davis. Back to Bibi. Nice cross comes in. But good anticipation there by Justo. And he plucked it out of the air.
Yeah, nice effort, but well read by goalkeeper Stowe. And situation there was that the Hope International players, he didn't have enough in that 18-yard box.
So, a throw-in for Bequia United. Find Ozanli Olivier. That's long shot looking for the number 27, the header.
Well, take there by the goalkeeper,
And
Baptiste.
shade. But Baptiste was diving and he plucked it out of the air. Comes back to Chad Davis. Davis with a nice ball. Kamal Bess intercepts. Finds Jermaine John. Jermaine John lays it off to Ozanli Olivier. Olivier finds Jamal Olivier.
Nice little touch.
And comes right back to shade off the defender, but Batiste would have easy work as he comes off his line. Collects, now rolls it out to his defender. It's still 0-0. Being pumped downfield. Chad Davis chests that one down. Lays it back to his colleague. Finds Nyron Delplesh. Has too much on it. Just allow it to come to him. And then he plays it out to Kamal Bess. Bess now look to go downfield, but cut out there by
Gideon Bess.
Leyu, and Gideon Bess clean. Hope and Gideon Bess cleans up, but it's Kishore Lewis. He goes wide. Looking for some support on that far side. Still with Leyu. Going down the flank. It looks like Enrique Millington.
Delplesh with a shot, but...
And down he goes. Let's see.
It's an infringement against Bequia. In an attempt to take that shot, he was fouled in the process, Delplesh. And now being given a hand there by his captain, Jaron Adams.
Yes. So a free kick. And this could be pretty interesting from the position where that one is to be taken from.
Well, we have not seen any team here tonight making the best of the dead ball situation. So let's see what's going to unfold here in this, the 21st minute. Looks as if it's Lewis who's going to line up behind it.
I see Enrique Millington is there. He's also carrying the captain's armband. On our sheet, it had Jaron Adams, but it's Millington who is carrying the captain's armband.
So that's where I'm getting the mix-up, Charlo. Millington is there, so too is
Kishore Lewis. In the background, and so too is Rashawn Matthias. A shot off the defender there, back to Millington. Millington goes wide, looking for some support. Nice ball, and Hope.
Offside.
In fact, the offside flag was up, and it just about went going up in celebration, but the offside flag was up. It's still with Shade. Shade has just on Bibi. And he's been brought down. And it's going to be a free kick.
I don't think it was the intention of Bibi to bring him down, but rather unfortunate in his movement. Clipped Shade in the process, and free kick resulting. Quite unfortunate, but that's how the game goes sometimes.
So we see Mark Brown, the captain, very quick to retrieve that. And he's positioning that for the free kick. He wants to be in charge. Former national player.
Yes.
Let's see. Referee Elwan Lewis just holding play, having some words with few players who are jostling for position. Mark Brown chips it across. Headed away there by Hope International. Comes back into this and then over Shade. And it goes into touch. It's going to be a goal kick for Hope.
Yes, and you see the confusion that Brown created there with that well-taken, floated free kick just on the edge of the 6-yard box, and it created some problems there for the Hope defense.
So it's Hope still in their defense. Finds Bibi and losing it. Shade gives it to Mark Brown. Mark Brown lays it off, but I think Jamal Olivier was hustled off that. Here is Ozanli Olivier still with it. Number 16, he goes wide. Referee says to play on. Still, but losing it, and Hope will look to come away. It's still Hope. Nyron Delplesh. But he's been robbed. Jermaine John. And he lays it off to Shade, but good work there by the defense there for Hope. Just nodding it back to his goalkeeper who came off his line. So, finds Bibi. Bibi comes back in the center, finds Adams. He goes back in defense, still there. And it's Bequia. Mark Brown not getting the boot on. As Kishawi Lewis cleans it up for Hope, gives it to Millington. Still Hope. And Hope now would look to come out of their own half. Millington comes back in defense. Mark Brown picks it up, gives it to Jamal Olivier with a shot, but off Rishon Matthias. And it comes back to Bequia, and that's a brilliant shot, a good save by the keeper. And I think it's going to be a corner.
Yes, it was a fantastic save there, reflex save by goalkeeper Baptiste. Well taken shot it was. He was heading for that top right corner, and he just tipped it over the crossbar. Corner kick resulting in the first corner kick for Bequia.
And so Bequia with that corner, and one would think that, let's see who is going to take that corner.
Well, Mark Brown has been doing it.
I think that there was some indecision in terms of who. But I think the ball went in out of play as well, into touch. So a replacement ball would come in. And it looks like Macwin Snag is going to take that corner. So it's still 0-0. Floats it in, and Batiste comes off his line very purposefully and plucks it out of there, bowls it down. But Jermaine John, it's still with Bequia losing it. Hope now. Enrique Millington looks to come forward. He has two players to contend with, but he's forced to go back. And it's still Millington. It's Hope still with it, losing it. Jamal Olivier is there. Looks for his player, but is cut out there by Matthews. And they now come down the flank. Good work. Yeah, shot where Kamal Best is there. Kamal Best not giving Delplesh any room. And Best will now come away with it. Ozanli Olivier gives it up. It's a give and take as it pumps downfield looking for Mark Brown. Mark Brown has Matthews to contend with. He's still in control. Mark Brown looking to come forward.
Trying to do too much there, Brown.
And then in a team ball was on Olivier Jermaine John. And referee Elron Baptiste just stopping play. I think he's heading to the
Well, the player's down on the far
there's
side.
a player down on the very far side.
Yes.
The dark shirt makes it a little difficult.
Yep.
And some attention now. We could see Javid Marksman, the physio. He's out. He has taken off his boot. No, in fact, the boot. You're looking at the color. It's somewhere around the left ankle.
Looks as if it's Delplesh
right.
down.
So Delplesh. It's just about the right ankle. So he's being helped to the sideline as he limps his way off. Now he goes down on the turf. And perhaps looking for some further assistance. And the ball is now being given to Betis, to Elron Lewis, the referee, who is going to give a bounce ball to Hope. Kishore Lewis. He goes wide. Looks for Enrique Millington, who is unable to control. But Lewis on that far side has Jamel Olivier, who robs him of it, lays it off for Mark Brown. Brown with control. Brown looking for Olivier. But again, Matthews in defense says, I'm not going to allow you to come through. And he boots it into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Bequia United. Deep inside the Hopes half. It's still 0-0 as we go into the 29th minute of this encounter. Cross comes in. Let's see, Shade is there, but he has two players. Chad Davis now would come out with it, but cut out by Shade, not able to control. Now he loses it. Mark Brown with a shot, and ill-directed, wide, not getting the boot wrapped around that, and it went into touch. It's going to be a goal kick.
Well, a rush in terms of taking that shot there from Captain Mark Brown. He had the time and space quite naturally to compose himself, didn't do so. And just an aimless kick out of touch for a goal kick.
So anxiety got the better of him. And so replacement ball comes in. And the goal kick quickly taken. Looks up, look to come downfield, finds Millington. Millington goes back in defense. Lewis, back to Millington. Millington looking to come forward again. Good defensive work by Bequia. And Bequia look to come forward, chips it across the center, looking for some support. But Hope will have none of it. But Shade chips it down, finds Mark Brown, who gets a wrong one. That's a shot, and good defensive work.
Fantastic work there by Matthias.
Yes, he's not giving Mark Brown any room. And Mark Brown, he's still lying on the floor, perhaps a bit disappointed, but I think it's good defensive work by Hope.
Well, Mark Brown did a lot of work and some good work, as a matter of fact, in getting around Matthias in the first instance. But he turned very, very quickly and aware as to where the ball actually was. And in a no-nonsense mood was there in the nick of a finger, so to speak. And with that good block, Mark Brown, as you can see there, is trying to catch himself.
Yeah, he's a bit winded. So it's going to be a corner for Bequia United, just about the 30 minutes into the 31st minute. So number 32, Tristan Farrell, who will take that. Floats it in and off, headed away there by Chad Davis, but comes back to Farrell and onto the body of Chad Davis. It goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Bequia United.
Well, it was good intention there as far as the corner kick is concerned, and maybe just a little too much pace. But here's Bequia with possession. Best is knocked away in a no-nonsense fashion there by Zidane Simmons. And a throw-in will result to Bequia. So still 0-0. And thus far, I believe Baptiste is the one who's certainly kept the score sheet 0-0. He's been outstanding thus far tonight here for Hope International.
Yes.
And We're just awaiting the restart of this one. Gideon Best with ball in hand. Throw taken, bit of a tussle for possession. Best doing well there, good work. My Best still has possession. And in the end, whistle going infringement against that's
Jaron Adams, the guilty offender.
certainly. As it's floated forward, and Brown doing well, but it caught in an offside position. Flag was quickly up, and free kick will result. On the far side there, Hope International possession. The captain, Millington, gets past one, and still with it, has a second to contend with. And in the end, ruled infringement on the part of the Bequia team. So yet another free kick to this Hope International team, this time on the right side. Murphy Lewis just asking for the ball to be brought back. And Adams, well, he leaves it. And as a matter of fact, going right back there is, it looks like Matthews to take this free kick. It's actually Harry, Jermaine Harry. Well, again, wasted effort there from Harry, and Bequia just boots it upfield. Brown, the lone striker up there. Flag is up.
Side flag is up. So Brown has found himself in that position pretty often now.
Certainly. Ball knocked forward there by Hope International. Delplesh is there. But, well, in the end, Mark Brown does well and just simply gives it away. There's too much work there for Oliver. Again,
There was no one running onto that.
exactly. Here is Hope International now on the left side with Chad Davis. Ball into the middle, they're looking for Simmons with a one-timer, but good work in the end there by the defender. It looks like Jermaine John getting back there just in time to knock it away. And Hope International with the third corner kick of this encounter, and this the 34th minute. Still 0-0. And it looks as if it's going to be Zidane Simmons. Is it Simmons? Well, in close attendance also there is Delplesh. He leaves it for Delplesh. Says, mates, let me take this one. You get on the inside. Let me see if I can get this onto your head or someone there. As corner kick is taken, and it's a low one and into the back of the net. That's the opening goal there tonight for Hope International. As we look at this corner kick, missed there by the defender, and sneaking in at the back post there was Simmons. Stoke couldn't get there.
Simmons.
And Hope International with the opening goal tonight. More or less a defensive blunder on the part of Bequia.
Well, definitely a defensive blunder, and there was Zidane Simmons, totally unmarked. And he had a one-timer into the back of the net, and he has broken the ice, so to speak, and put Hope International in the lead.
Yes, because it was not the best of corner kicks. You had two defenders there at the near post, and it missed. Both of them missed, and bobbled into the middle. And Simmons was just there saying, "Thank you ever so much." Slotted it past Justo, who was out of position, unfortunately. Game has restarted. All is floated forward, and Bequia will try to build some kind of attack on the left side, but Millington getting a boot in there for Hope International, in the process knocking it away. Throw in to this Bequia team and just simply giving away. So we're not seeing the type of construction that we'll want to see from this Bequia team. As a team filled with a lot of talent, I can say, as Batiste boots this one up. And off the boot, they have Delplesh. And Millington picks it up now for Hope International. Coming forward with a bit of purpose, but losing possession. And here is Oliver. And there's Batiste again. He's just so quick off the line.
Yes, and be very decisive in terms of his action.
Certainly. And he's been one of the standouts here tonight. He's, well, quickly taken shot. Brown turns, but the defense is there for Hope International. And going back there now to what looks like Gideon Best. The first touch was not the best. Davis knocks it into the path of Simmons, but there is the big burly defender in John. Nodded it into the path of Josh Stowe. And Stowe now back to John. So good work in defense there by Bequia. And this one again is floated up the left side. And this is one of the things that I've noticed with quite a number of the teams. They seem to be quite comfortable in just, wrapping their boot around the ball and knocking it upfield rather than trying to work from the defense and come forward.
It has really been the something that we lament, because the level of construction, you're not seeing it. Looking for the persons who are in the best position, that whole game awareness is lacking.
Bequia now with possession. Ball still inside their own half and given up
too easily.
Way too easily. Well, they get the gesture returned, so they'll now try to build on again. You see that floating ball. Brown, and there's Baptiste doing enough work indeed. And
he has really been outstanding.
Yes.
He has worked.
Good first half thus far for Baptiste. Ball this one out, only onto the head of Kamal Bess. And Hope International now regains possession with Chad Davis. Looking for Delplesh, finds him, closely marked by Gideon Bess. Delplesh into the middle to his captain, Millington. And Millington was looking to give him the return ball there, but sloppy defensive work is with Millington once again for Hope International. Foul in the process. And very well, in my opinion, might be a little lucky that he didn't receive a card there.
Here, Kamal Bess has a desperate lunge. And Indian fouling the Delplesh just outside that 18-yard box, really.
So, free kick to Hope International, and the referee Lewis coming into the mix to point out to Shade the 10 legal yards. Two-man wall in place, and just been pushed back a little bit. And it looks as if it's going to be Bibi.
Jason Bibi.
To take this free kick for Hope International. They're up by a 1-0. Goal coming in the 35th minute off the boot of Zidane Simmons. And here's Bibi with a bit dead ball situation, a possibility to probably go 2 up. Floated in, good one, and good punching there by goalkeeper Stowe. Danger not yet averted. It's at the top of the 18-yard box. And, well, Hope International still with possession. Nice turn there from Delplesh. She takes a shot, and it's off the back of John, and it's going to be a corner kick. So some anxious moments there for the Bequia defense, but Jermaine John getting his body in the way. And in the end, it's going to be a corner kick.
Yes, it's going to be a corner. And we could see Hope now looking to press the advantage and put more pressure on Bequia, who seem to have a little bit of a problem coming out of their own half.
Millington, it is the captain who's going to take this corner kick, and at the far post, but a good header there by Kamal Bess.
Using his height.
Certainly. And in the end, Brown just punches it away and said, hey, we need to get out of this mess here. Let's get a little respite. And nonetheless, Hope International with possession once again. There's Simmons, the goal scorer. Finds his, well, still with it, Simmons. And as a matter of fact, a bit of a mix-up. I thought for a minute he left it there for his captain, who just stood there and watched. And Bequia United now with possession as they try to move down the left side. Oliver. Can he get around Matthews? And his attempt to get that cross in goes out of touch. And I believe Matthews might have just gotten a bit of a nick onto it. And yes, it is going to be a corner kick.
It's going to be a corner.
For Bequia.
So an opportunity for Bequia. They would love to equalize before going in for the halftime break.
Certainly. And they've had their fair share of opportunities. I mean, Baptiste has been good in goal, but there have been 1 or 2 moments that rush of blood certainly didn't make things too good for this Bequia team. Captain Mark Brown a bit guilty. But let's see what they can make of this one. It looks as if it's... is that Snag on the far side to take this corner kick? It is. Floated in, good corner kick. The whistle goes. And infringement on the part of the Bequia team. There was a bit of a pushing there in that 6-yard box. And free kick quickly taken. Davis. Adams. And a bit of a battle, and does good work to find Davis. Davis with a nice first touch. And Hope International, they work this ball, but this one is floated forward, a searching one, looking there for Simmons. The flag is up and he's offside.
Offside. Yes, he was.
And I liked what I saw a while ago. There you saw, I mean, the work done by Hope International, knocking it around, getting it out of their half, and a nice floated cross. Unfortunately, Simmons was a little too far forward. Here's Shade. And this one is well punched there by goalkeeper Baptiste, and fouling in the process, and Lewis points to the spot. Opportunity now for Bequia to equalize. Let's have a look at it again. Good punch there from goalkeeper Baptiste, but he found Brown, and in the process bundled into him.
Taking out his feet.
Yes. And an immediate point into the spot there by referee Elron Lewis. So as Brown remains under the turf.
So referee Elron Lewis and goalkeeper Elron Baptiste.
Elron Baptiste. Well, Mark Brown remains on the ground. Lewis is having a word with him. And
signaling for some assistance.
Yes. Well, Baptiste came with a lot of pace. Certainly. Came with a huge amount of pace, and as you said, knocked him off his feet. And Brown. So Candil Mercury, the coach, doubling up as a physio here for this Bequia team. And they'll have an opportunity to pull one back once the work is done on their captain, Mark Brown. Might very well be asked to have that treatment done off field. Let's see. Still up, still down, as a matter of fact, and now getting to his feet.
He's been pointed to the sideline.
Yes. So
Kamal Best looked like the one who is going to take charge of the penalty.
Well, he's quite experienced, Best. National player. He's had that opportunity at the national level here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And let's see, of course, if he can be upstaged by Elron Baptiste, who's having a good night thus far, with the exception of that foul against Brown in the box. And it was more or less forced on his part. So it's Best versus Baptiste. And, well, he saves it. Whistle going. And I believe he might just have gotten a bit of a nick. He seems to be in some pain there.
Yeah, I think in Best on his follow through and an attempt to get the rebound may have stepped on his hands.
So goalkeeper Baptiste is still on the turf, now being given some attention, but he's shown there why he has been thus far the standout player.
Well, definitely he has been the standout. And Kamal Best really wasting a golden opportunity.
Certainly. And but you have to give some credit there to goalkeeper Elron Baptiste.
You say some. I should give him all the credit.
So we're into extra time. There's going to be 2 minutes added. Not being seen on the screen, but we're seeing the fourth official.
Yes.
2 minutes added as goalkeeper Baptiste being given some attention at the left arm of his. Seems to be getting a little bit of a bandage. And this 2 minutes might very well possibly turn into 3 or even 4 with the time that we've
taken up
thus far
to give the attention to Baptiste.
So might very well be 3 minutes extra instead of 2, but let's see what happens as this free kick is about to be taken by Baptiste down the middle and onto the boot of Delplesh. Delplesh to Adams. Adams finds BB. Ball back into the middle. Hope International now on the left side. Chad Davis. Can he get there first? No. Kamal Best ensures that it's out of touch, and a goal kick will result for this Bequia outfit. They're down by a goal to nil. Had the opportunity to equalize just about a minute or so ago, but Kamal Beston now has possession. Couldn't get past goalkeeper Elron Baptiste. He floats this one forward. I was looking there for Oliver, but nice header there from Matthews, but could only find a yellow shirt. Here's Mark Brown. And get around the defender, and it screams over the crossbar. Good effort there from Brown. It's been his best effort for the night.
Well, definitely his best, and I think had he not gotten that little injury where he had to go off to get some assistance and come back, I think he would have taken that penalty.
Without a doubt, but it was a nice little build-up there from this Bequia team, and Mark Brown with a left footer, and just over the crossbar. I believe might have touched the player going out, and let's see what happens here. We're not too sure what is actually taking place, but it might very well be a corner kick for Bequia. Yes, it is a corner kick. Mark Brown with ball in hand, going to the corner flag. We're into extra time, 2 minutes added, but might very well be a third as.
Well, we have gone past that 2 minutes,
Certainly.
according to our clock.
Mark Brown. Oh, that was not the best of corner kicks there from Brown after such a good strike early on. Here's Davis, now finds Lewis in the middle. And
goes back to Harry.
Yes, that's Harry there on the right side. Finds his captain, and the whistle goes to signal it's the end of the first 45 minutes here tonight, where the Hope International team, they're up by a goal to nil, and Charlo, of course, deservingly. But Bequia United still, they had the opportunities. Certainly they should have been in the back of the net.
Definitely, also. I think they should have been going in at halftime at 1-1. It's not to be this. The opportunity was squandered, and Hope International would go in with that advantage of having that 1-goal lead and would want to build on it come in the second half.
So we take a break and we come back in the next 15 minutes to certainly bring to you the second half of this encounter here tonight.
So welcome back for the second half of this encounter between Bequia United and Hope International, as we come out from halftime with Hope International leading 1-0. And enough time to strategize and come back?
Well, certainly. Even more so on the part of this Bequia team. They certainly have had the situation where they had their chances and didn't really make the best of them. And I know, no doubt, that Coach Kendall Mercury certainly had a lot to say during the break. Let's do hope that his words don't fall on deaf ears, and we see something different as far as that final touch from the Bequia team here tonight.
Well, definitely. So the players and referee Lewis back on the field. So as the players shift goals.
Well, it looks as if there's going to be some sort of substitution on the part of Hope International. We're just waiting to have a look at the numbers that will be shown by the
Fourth official.
Let's see if there's any. Well, it doesn't.
That does not appear so. So you can see the match commissioner and the fourth official both having a look at their watches. So to his Elron Lewis with the whistle going. And they're now looking to come their way down. It's Naiwan Delplesh. But it's cut out there by Bequia. It's with McQueen Snag. Snag has one to contend with, lays it back, finds Farrell. Back to Snag. Snag has one to cross, comes in, and up comes out for number 4 in not a good shot, and he really should have done better. But the Hope would now look to come out with it. Delplesh goes wide. Comes right back to Chad Davis. Davis looking for some support in the middle, but finds Enrique Millington with a shot, and Justo knocks it back, and now still not cleared of the half. But Kamal Best would now boot it downfield, finds Mark Brown. Mark Brown now clears the danger, looking for shade on that far side. It goes into touch, and it's going to be a throw-in for Hope International. Bibi. Adams not doing well. It goes into touch. A throw-in for Bequia. Jermaine John with it. Whistle going there.
Charlie, I keep seeing this player for Bequia wearing the number 4, but there's no number 4.
Yes, I was just looking at that, and there's no number 4. And so we really find ourselves at a loss. It's still Hope with it. Nice ball, lays it off for Enrique Millington. Millington looking to get through the center, but it's cleared there by Kamal Best. Those long legs, Kishore Lewis. Still, you can see the number 4 featuring very prominently.
Definitely.
And down goes 2 and 3. And the whistle going, but Jamal Olivier, he's back on his feet, but this looked like a head collision.
Yes, both players again.
Kishore Lewis,
yeah.
He's in a sitting position. Damarian.
What?
Damarian Peterson, the number 4.
All right, absolutely nowhere on our sheet, Jalo.
It was absolutely nowhere. But
so it's a situation where again we see Coach
Mercury.
Yes.
He has
some
Farrell.
Yep.
So Farrell is back on his feet and he's been pointed to the sideline, and rightly so. So it's going to be a free kick awarded to Hope. We see Matthews lining that up. Still some distance away. What will he do? Looking for them support there. Back heel there by Hope, but it's snag. It's Bess.
Brown.
Mark Brown comes to the middle. Finds Jamal Olivier. Still with it. Mark Brown tidies up. It's Shade on that far side. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he does. Comes back, but gives it away. And not good work on a part of Shade, but it's still with Hope. Delplesh gives it to Chad Davis. Davis dances around, comes back in defense. He's back to Adams. Adams gives it to Lewis. Lewis still with it, but he's been robbed. Mark Brown, nice ball. It finds McQueen Snag, who goes down the flag, but he's been pushed to the line by Jermaine Harry. Farrell with that infringement. In fact, it goes into touch, and it's going to be a throw-in for Bequia United.
So some decent work there from Bequia. They have a throw-in.
So that's Peterson. Looks so slide that, looking for Shade, but the tall figure of Bibi rises above the diminutive Shade. Heads it into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Bequia. Quickly taken. But it's Enrique Millington who spins around one. Still with it. Millington. But it's cut out there by Bequia. Kamal Bess. Finds Gideon Bess. So Jamal Olivier being robbed of it. But the whistle going, it's infringement call. So it's going to be a free kick for Bequia United. So Bequia would look to step up things. Kamal Bess is there. Nice ball, loops it down. There was Jamal Olivier looking to get ahead on it, but he couldn't. He's now headed into touch. It's going to be a corner for Bequia United. Jeshon Bibi not taking any chances. And not going to give Bequia that opportunity to get into good areas. The corner comes in, and good decisive work there. And once again, by Baptiste, who has really been the standout. So it's still Jermaine John chips it down, looking for Mark Brown, and I think the handball.
Yes, in his attempt to to get possession, they inadvertently handled the ball, Brown.
So it's going to be a free kick for Hope. Baptiste signal to his players to go forward. Long ball downfield. And Josto comes off his line, collects nicely, easily. Bowls it out, finds Farrell. Farrell lays it off. And in the end, giving it up, Adams. Jamal Olivier robs him of it. Nice ball, looking for Mark Brown. But Matthews says, no, I'm not going to allow you to go forward. He boots it into touch. It's going to be a throw-in. In fact, it came off Mark Brown. And so it's going to be a throw-in for Hope. Harry looking for some support. And Enrique Millington there being not allowed to go forward. McQueen Snag, there's some tugging, and it's going to be a free kick for Snag and Bequia. So in fact, he leaves it for Jermaine John. John just hoping that his just looking for the players to get in. Good swirling ball, looking for a header. Down goes Jamal Olivier once again. It's going to be a corner. And you can see Shade very quickly getting into position. It's still Hope. Corner comes in and headed there by Mark Brown, right into the waiting hands of Batiste. And easy take for him. Nearly didn't have the power behind it. And that was Chad Davis looking to come forward. But that goes into touch. And it's going to be a throw-in for Hope. So Hope still with that 1-0 lead. That one being booted into touch. It's going to be another throw-in for Hope International on that far side. Quickly taken, finds Adams. Adams spins around. Comes back in defense. Finds Enrique Millington. Millington looks to go forward, but cut out there by Jermaine John. Headed down by Jamal Olivier. Looking for McQueen Snag. Snag has it. Gets around one. Gets around Harry. He goes wide. He's looking to work his way in. Harry tumbles and...
It's unfortunate for Snag because he did some real good work, but
yeah.
Unfortunately Snag just fell at that time while he was taking the cross and it just... rebounded off the back of Snag. It's a corner kick nonetheless for Bequia.
Yeah, but he was indicating as if he was saying that Harry nipped him under the back of the heel. But referee Elvin Lewis paid no mind. But it's a corner. So he's positioning himself for that corner. Can see a number of yellow shirts coming, floated around and headed there by Jermaine John. Mark Brown with a shot, but off the defender. Referee says to play on, and Jamal Olivier looking to get that shot in. It went wide off the uprights, and it's going to be a goal kick.
All right, so good effort on the part of Brown, but unfortunately the defense was in the way. Olivier got the rebound, and in the end it went wide, but nice little work, of course, from this Bequia team. They seem to be a little bit more organized in the second half.
Well, they would want to find the back of the net. But Batiste, control, he boots it out. Looking for Enrique Millington. Millington has one to contend with. And now good work by the number 13 in Friday. And goes across a shade. Nice ball looking for Brown. Batiste comes off his line. Knocks it down. Brown take a tumble, but Batiste is still there with it. Now he boots it downfield. Headed back by Jermaine John. Finds Jamia Shade. Shade with a cross comes in. Look for Mark Brown with a header. Jamal Olivier is there. He goes down. Referee says to get up. And
well, he remains on the turf, but I don't think Baptiste touched him whatsoever. In his effort in going up, I think he just fell into thin air, so to speak.
I think he fell a little awkwardly. And still, now he crawls his way back to his feet, holding his right shoulder. And it's Chad Davis. Davis pumps it downfield, looking for some support. Finds the number 22 in Southern Sam. Simmons being robbed of it. Gideon Bess is there. It's going to be a throw-in for Bequia. Quickly take on. Finds Peterson. And Justo comes off his line, boots it downfield, looking for some support. Finds McQueen Snag. Snag still with it. Pumps it down the right flank, looking for Shade. Jeshawn Bibi's there. He knocks it into touch. And off Shade, it's going to be a throw-in for Hope. So Hope still with that 1-0 advantage. It's still Hope. Long ball. Still finds Chad Davis, who'd been robbed of it. But Hope still with it. Nice ball. Nyron Delplesh going down, but again we can see the number 18, Delplesh, still with it. Chips it across and finds Millington. But there is Jermaine John coming them. Harry with it for Hope. Knocks it back into the center. Finds Lewis. Lewis still with it. Lewis. An infringement called. And it's going to be a free kick awarded to Hope International. Referee Elron Lewis just pointing to where that free kick should be taken from.
Well, Millington had a fantastic opportunity just a while ago, and his first touch wasn't the best. He had the option of one time or even probably just knocking it back into at the top of the 6 yard there for the player to come forward. And as I said, the first touch wasn't the best.
So shot and over the uprights. It's going to be a goal kick for Bequia United. It's still trailing 1-0.
So we're into the 60th minute, and here is Kamal Bess for this Bequia team. Long ball down on the right side. I can only find what looks like BB over there for Hope International. Adams is also there, but couldn't keep it in. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Bequia United FC team. They're down by 1-0. But looking a little bit better in the second half. They had 2 chances already. Chances in which the defense stood in their way. Whistle going. And it's going to be a free kick to Hope International. Looks as if it's Lewis over there who's going to take this one, or he might just very well probably leave it there for what looks like Adams. They're up by 1-0. And this is the 61st minute. Goal coming in the 35th minute off the boot of Zidane Simmons for Hope International. A bit of a defensive blunder on the part of Bequia United. But here's Hope now with this free kick. It's BB, as a matter of fact. Floats it in at the top of the 18, but it's knocked away by the Bequia defense. Finds his captain, Mark Brown. Brown with a searching ball. Is looking there for Oliver, but I believe BB might very well get there first. A bit of a tussle. And, well, in the end, it's out of touch, and Bequia will have an opportunity to go further forward with this throw-in off the head of Oliver. And he has 1, 2, 3 to contend with it. He's still very much battling Oliver in the end. Knocked away there by Matthews. And another corner kick. So Bequia creating some problems, Charlo.
Yeah, they do. And Jamal Oliver always in the tussle. He's not giving it up.
Shade with a corner kick. And here is what looks like snag onto the back of the defenders, onto the back of Millington. And the ball ricocheted into the path of that's Friday. Good piece of battling there by Friday. Floats it now from right to left on the far side. There's Shade. Good ball. And Shade got around the defender, and he was looking for the corner kick, but the assistant referee says no. And it's going to be a goal kick. Meantime, there's a player down. We see
That's McQueen snag.
right. Referee Lewis having a look. And Snag still very much down. He's now indicating to the Red Cross team to come in to assist with taking him off. Meantime, we see Mercury making his way in.
And Batiste getting some attention as well.
Right, but I believe the referee wants the player to be removed from the field of play. That's Snag.
You'll be stretchered off.
So, still down by 1-0, Bequia United, as Snag is stretchered off. And it's going to be referee Batiste asking for the ball to be properly placed. Kick to Hope International to be taken by Aaron Batiste, who's had a very good game here tonight. Floated forward, and Kamal Bess is going to get there first. Whistle going as Simmons, the goal scorer, infringed Bess in the meantime, and quickly taken free kick. Finds John in that central defense position off the head of Shade. It looks like he was looking there for his captain Brown. Gets the return ball to him nonetheless. Mark Brown Still with it. And there's Oliver
Oh,
looking to find his captain, but it was, well,
had too much on it.
well, had too much of a left boot, if you can put it like that. But you see when you have a left foot, or two left foot, two left feet, it appeared to be something like that, for want of a better expression. Not to take anything away from the effort of Oliver. He's had a good night on the pitch here for Bequia United. Fighting player he is. As Baptiste now floats this one upfield, searching ball. There's Kamal Bess. Finds Friday into the middle there to John. And Peterson, it looks like. No, it's actually Bess, Gideon Bess, who gets this one forward there to Brown. Nice little flick on there. And the shade now with some space. Gets the cross in, but well taken there by goalkeeper Baptiste. In the end, it was fairly easy for him.
A very easy take, well read, and he's very decisive in terms of his action, Eddie.
Certainly. Brown for Hope International. There's Simmons. Floated into wide. Was looking to get BB going. And there's Delplesh now. Closely marked Delplesh. Comes right back out there to Adams. Into the middle lane out to Lewis. Lewis looks for and find. Well, Millington was a little bit wrong-footed, but the defender didn't do too well. And, well, should have done that better there. Millington, the captain of Hope International, took the shot, but it was always going over the crossbar.
But he had time and he had space and should have really done a lot better with that shot.
So, possible chance going a begging there for Hope International. They're nonetheless still leading this one in the 66th minute by a 0-0. Here comes Bequia now with possession, being challenged just inside their own half. And coming with it nonetheless. Good searching ball in the middle. They're looking for his captain. Again, you see the awareness of goalkeeper Baptiste. He was quickly off the line. And just toying around a little bit there now with Mark Brown. And let's see if he's going to boot this one up yet again, or probably just go to his. No, he decides to go right down the middle. And giving it away to Kamal Bess, who just nods it into the path of Josh Stowe. And bolts it out now to the right side. Friday battling there for possession with Millington, who wins this one. And was looking to get someone going there in the middle there for Hope International, but it's cut out. Peterson now finds shade. And ball knocked back there by the Hope International player. And missed there by Matthews. And this could be problems. And, well, in the end, good work there from Baptiste.
Again, Baptiste, the ever-present Baptiste.
And Josh Stowe on the other end had to just come and collect that one there for Bequia FC. But a good opportunity there for Mark Brown. But again, the good work of Elron Baptiste saving Hope International. Still up by a 0-0. John with possession for Bequia. Was looking to get that's Peterson going, but intercepted. And in the end, I believe Bequia, yes, they will win a throw-in. And we're 68 minutes into this one, and thus far, no substitutions. Charlo.
Well, perhaps we missed it because I think I see Devon Ford, the number 21, on for Bequia. Well, perhaps he came in for Macwin Snag.
Very well, yeah. I believe we missed that one. Ball bowled out there to Shade. And here's Mark Brown picking it up. Battle for possession nonetheless, but Brown still hangs on to it for Bequia. And in the end, forced this kick. I guess he was a little bit frustrated. He was asking that the player there on the left make some space, but that didn't happen. And in his effort to get things forward, knocking it on a little too overweighted, if I can put it like that. And it's out of touch for a throw for Hope International. So just in front of our commentary position is Jermaine Harry to take the throw in. And we see referee now asking Brown to come towards him. He has a yellow card in his hand. And the Bequia captain is now going to have a chat with the referee who now issues him that yellow card.
Yes.
Has to be something he said, Charlo.
Yes. Where he continues to be very verbal indeed.
Well, he seems to be somewhat frustrated, as I said a moment ago. And certainly said something that was not too sportsmanlike on the part of referee Elron Lewis.
Well, I think he got bumped off of it, and he expected it to the referee to blow the whistle, and see he didn't get a free kick, and I think that's where it started.
So play continues. There is, well, player got a bit of a touch. The whistle going immediately, and Oliver, being the sportsman he is, just going to say, "Hey mate, I'm sorry." Not intended, and good sportsmanship being reflected there by
Definitely,
Oliver.
definitely.
It's just one of those things that happens, and he's trying to help him up, and
he does so.
Yes,
A tap on the back.
that's wonderful work there by Oliver, and that's how the game ought to be played. Matthias, the player who got that touch.
Rishon Matthias.
So we're just waiting for this free kick to be taken by Hope International. It looks as if it's Adams, it is. Missed there by the defender. Simmons is there, the goal scorer Simmons. And surrounded by quite a number of yellow shirts. In the end, Bequia gets it out of their area. Here's
Nice
Matt
ball.
Brown. But good work in the end. Thereby, it looks like Matthews.
It's Matthews, the number 5.
Got there just in time. Had he missed, Brown was there looking.
Ready to pounce.
Throw taken now to Brown. Mark Brown, but he's closely marked. And in the end, it's knocked away there by Lewis. Another throw into Bequia United. Quickly taken. Finds Oliver. And a little ill-directed, but it comes back out now to Friday. Let's see, takes a long shot, but it's just into the defense there for Hope International again. Bequia regaining possession. And a bit aimless. But this one is floated forward. Mark Brown with it, still with it. Brown takes a shot off the defender. And one can sense his frustration.
Yeah, but I think it was a weak shot, and it seemed to be the weaker leg as well, because it was a left footer.
No doubt. Shade is over there now to take the throw in for Bequia. No, it is not a Bequia throw. It's actually Hope International. Adams turns very quickly indeed. Decides to go into the middle there to Lewis. And looks for and finds what looks like Bibi. Now here comes, well, it's actually Bibi coming on the left flank. Attempted cross, blocked there by the Bequia player.
It's like Jermaine John, the number 6.
Yes, out of touch for a throw in. So, still 1-0. And as I said, the Bequia team, they've definitely look a better outfit in this the second half. They've had their opportunities, and through the good work of Baptiste and in some instances a little bit of indecisiveness, they yet to pull anyone back, but this one is just floated across the goal mouth, and it's going to be a throw in now to Bequia United deep in their own half on the left side. Throw to be taken by Friday.
Looking to steal some advantage.
Pretty much so. Back to Friday. Nice little 1-2. Nice build up there.
Good work.
Even better, and a good turn. And floated forward, but into the path of goalkeeper Baptiste, who's just going to take his time, realizing that there's that 1-goal advantage. Let me just run down the clock a little bit, waste a couple seconds here. Takes his time and decides to boot it upfield. Jermaine John is there for Bequia. But Hope International comes away with it. Delplesh with a nice little flick on there by Delplesh. But in the end, good work there by Kamal Bess, the veteran. of this Bequia team. Hope International with possession, but Mark Brown does well in the center of the park. And player now on
Ford.
the left side. Yes, it is. Yes, that's the new player who we missed, Ford. Back to his captain, Mark Brown. Brown at the cross at the top of the 18, but there's no yellow shirt there. And Hope International winning possession. All blocked momentarily. And Ford could have done a little better there, but footwork wasn't the best. Ball went up of touch for a throw-in. Harry it is. Looking there for Simmons, who's closely marked. And whistle going, infringement against the Bequia United player. And free kick to Hope International. Lewis leaves it for someone in the defense. Looks like
Matthews.
it's going to be Matthews, yes, who's going to come up to take it. He finds his captain, Enrique Millington. Millington, nice ball there for the player to run on to. Gets around the defense, and well,
a little too much on it.
A little too much there by Harry. Jermaine Harry got around the defender, but he ran out of real estate, and as you said, just too much on that ball. Millington. And Del Pleasure is certainly outnumbered there in terms of the number of yellow shirts around him. And whistle going, infringement against Bibi. Fouling what looks like
Gideon Bess, it looks like.
Yes, it's Bess. And it's going to be a free kick in this, the 75th minute. We got 15 more minutes to go, Charlo.
Well,
let's see what happens.
15 more minutes, Bequia trailing 1-0. So Kamal Bess, long shot downfield, but cut out there by Enrique Millington. Bess still in a tussle. Finds Peterson, chips it down. Mark Brown there has Kishore Lewis to contend with. Mark Brown lays it off to Bess. Comes right back to Kamal Bess. Bess still with it. Nice chipped around, looking for Ford. But Matthews there, it's been knocked into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Hope. The tussle, Hope still looking to defend their 1-goal advantage. Goal came in the 35th minute from the boot of Zidane Simmons. With that blunder by the defense. And that one goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Bequia. So Farrell comes back to Ford. Ford looking to give it back to Farrell, but it was intercepted by Millington, who gives it now to Delpech, who was robbed of it, but Delpech regains possession, lays it off, comes wide, back to Millington. Millington chests that one down. He has two to contend with, but it will be cleaned up in the end by Bequia. Jamal Olivier again taking a tumble, and the whistle going. It's against Hope, so it's going to be a free kick awarded to Bequia United. So Kamal Bess already lining that up. Bess with a free kick. Powerful shot. And tipped over the bar there by Betis. And a very good save indeed. That had some direction. And Betis was climbing to his fullest height and getting the right hand up and tipping it over the bar. It's going to be a corner for Bequia United. You can see the Bequia player quickly into position. Can he float it in? Referee Elron Lewis is saying, just hold on. You're a little too quick, my son. And can see a number of players. Hope International, so too Bequia into that 6-yard box. So the corner comes in once again, knocked away there by Betis, getting a hand on it. And it's Kamal Besk with a cross. And it goes into the side net, and it's going to be a goal kick.
Batiste is really and truly keeping this Hope International team in the game here tonight. They have a 1-goal lead, and he's certainly doing well in the uprights for them.
Well, he has done the work. I think there's going to be a substitution on the far side.
Looks like.
And off will go to number 8. On would come number 21. Or off will go number 21, and on comes number 8.
So that's Adams who's out, and Tevin Thompson in for Hope International.
Right.
Another substitution to take place for Hope. The goal scorer Simmons coming out.
Simmons goes off.
And didn't pick up a new player who's coming in, but we'll get that number for you in a bit.
So that's been pumped downfield. And
it's actually Valdo Anderson.
I was just going to say a familiar figure. I was looking at the build. I realized it was Valdo Anderson. So it's still Chad Davis with a shot. And easy take there for Josh Stowe. Still who holds on to it. Now he bowls it out, looking for Jamal Olivier. Does so. Olivier couldn't control. Tevin Thompson gets it. His first touch, but he's been dispossessed. And it's still with a tussle. And on came number 20 as well, Raleigh Bradshaw.
So it's a triple change for Hope International.
So it's still Hope. Goes wide, finds Millington. Millington comes back in the center, finds Tevin Thompson, back to Millington. Millington looking to chip that across, but good work by Josh Stowe. He rolls it out now. As Bequia look to come forward, Jamal Olivier. He's dispossessed. He was outnumbered. And that one goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Bequia United, who are trailing 1-0 as we hit the 81st minute of this encounter. So they will have to do some work if they want to equalize and share points. It's booted downfield. It's Matthews who headed it back up. It's still with Bequia. Number 13, Friday. But he gives it away. And we're seeing a period of play that really lacked the construction that we have seen a bit earlier on. Jermaine John has Valdo Anderson who gets around him. Valdo Anderson with a shot. And really not what you want to see.
Well, I thought he was being a little selfish there, Anderson, because he had options in the middle. There was Tevin Thompson and also who else was in there? Davis. Chad Davis was in the middle there for Hope International. He could have done a little better rather than, going for glory there.
Well, glory was denied. But it's Farrell. Tevin Thompson picks it up, loses it. Kamal Bess look to come forward. Mark Brown looking to pounce on that, but there is Rashawn Matthias getting a boot on just in the nick of time. But it's still inside their own half as Bequia still not yet. It's still that toss of Farrell. Farrell goes back. Looking for Mark Brown. Mark Brown not there. Tevin Thompson for Hope. Still Thompson, who lays it off to Lewis. Lewis goes wide. Finds Raleigh Bradshaw. Bradshaw goes down the flank. As Chad Davis was there. Back to BB. To Davis. Davis looking to come through the middle. Still with Davis. Looking for BB on that far side. Has Jermaine John to contend with. John goes back to his goalkeeper. And now being sent to Friday. Friday being dispossessed. Valdo Anderson is there. But down goes Kamal Bess. And let's see, Valdo Anderson being the guilty offender. The referee says to play on.
He's looking quite stocky tonight, Anderson. Seems to put on a little bit of bounce.
Certainly looks that way. Now he's pumped downfield. And he's been cut out there. But Hope with it. Tevin Thompson gives it to Enrique Millington. Millington boots it downfield. Jermaine John is there. He has done good work for Bequia United in the defense as he looks to come forward. But they're now kicking at random. The whole level of construction has gone through the door.
Right, unfortunate.
Long ball on that far side. It's still with Bequia United, but loses it. Chad Davis would look to come forward. Lays it off for Tevin Thompson. And a good work by Best because goalkeeper Justo was coming off his line with some purpose. And this would go into touch, and it's going to be. So off would go number 10 in Enrique Millington. It looks like number 29 in number 28 in Shane Cadogan coming on.
Shane Cadogan, sporting ambassador for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, playing his trade with Hope International. There he is, making his entry. And looking quite athletic there, Shane. He's a swimmer, of course.
Well, I was just going to say Shane is known for his swimming.
Yes.
As a coach.
That's correct.
So it's Lewis. I think Farrell just taking just around the bounce across his face. He goes down. Referee Elvin Lewis blowing the whistle very quickly indeed. Kendall Mercury comes out. He's both physio and coach.
He's doubling up tonight, and such as the man, Kendall Mercury. He certainly commits to whatever team that he's coaching. From the lowest to the highest level. Very much a committed coach, and I admire him as far as that is concerned. He's really made a tremendous contribution to football here in SVG.
So you could see Jamal Olivier looking to refresh himself, and Farrell would have to go to the sideline. So referee Elron Lewis, I think he's going to give that bounce ball to Hope. So now Hope comes wide, finds Jermaine Harry. Harry looking for some support, but is cut out there by Friday. And this whistle going, it is against Peterson. And it's going to be a free kick for Hope International. So Kishore Lewis, he limps away. And he's leaving that to the number 5 in Matthews for that free kick. Who pumps it downfield. Finds Valdo Anderson with a shot.
Well, that has to be the miss of the game, Charlo, because he just had to keep it to beat. Completely muffed the shot, Valdo Anderson.
Well, I think anxiety getting the better of him. And this one goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Hope International. Jermaine Harry, a tall, rather lanky individual in front of us, goes downfield. Tevin Thompson being robbed of it. Both players go down, and it's Bequia coming away with it. It's still with Bequia Friday, but losing it. Farrell comes back, lays it off, but intercepted by Hope International. And there's the number 5 for it's still, and Kamal Best will now come away with it for Bequia. Still Best. He looks to go downfield, looking for Jamal Olivier, and we can see Mark Brown is at a walking pace. So Hope still coming away with it. Jermaine Harry. And the infringement call. So it's going to be a free kick for Hope as number 5 Matthews takes it. Finds Harry. Harry goes back to the center. He still comes back. Mark Brown collects. a loose ball. It's still. And there was, I think Jamal Oliver was caught in an offside position as he was. And again, we see Batiste coming off his line very quickly indeed. And
he's the one that's kept hope in this game tonight.
well, definitely, he has done a lot of work for Hope as we hit into the 89th minute. Pumps it downfield. It seems as if there are going to be two substitutions on the far side for Bequia. And still, it's Rishon Matthias. Heads it downfield. It just go into touch. And it's going to be, let's see, Kishore Lewis, the number 6 for Bequia in Jermaine John. He would make his way off.
I see number 22 up, but there's no such number on the sheet, Charlo.
But we do not have a 22.
And we actually, of course, just approaching full time. Looking forward to how much time is going to be added by the fourth official.
It looks like not Kamal. Gideon Best also goes off, the number 18. And we can see the fourth official looking at her watch. So I would think that very soon she's going to indicate how many minutes of added time. So it's going to be knocked into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Bequia. So it's 3 minutes of added time being granted. And it's still Hope with a 1-0 lead. Long ball. Looking for the number 22. We do not have that name on our sheet. And down goes one. Come back to Chad Davis. To Kishore Lewis. Lewis finds
Cadogan. Good ball from
Cadogan. And a shot. Good work by Joss too. And it's still inside Bequia's half. Now cleared. But danger not yet averted. To Cadogan. Still there. Long ball into Hope's half. Bibi. That one pumped downfield. It's Tevin Thompson with it. Kamal Bess inadvertently didn't control. And it's Mark Brown. And he's being brought down right in front of referee Elron Lewis by Rishon Matthias. And the whistle going. So it's going to be a free kick for Bequia United. But one looks at Jamal Olivier, you can see he has barely been through the wars.
Without a doubt, he certainly. You look at that yellow shirt and it's almost brown, Charlo. Covered in dust and dirt.
Kamal boots that downfield. Next ball, up goes the header. And this would go into touch. I think it's going to be a throw-in for Bequia United. And there's a sense of urgency in the final few minutes. Farrell gives it to Friday. Friday goes wide. And still, but now Chad Davis on the counter for Hope. And he's been knocked off it, bundled off it. And it's going to be a free kick for Hope International. So Raleigh Bradshaw goes wide, gives it to Bibi, who comes back to Bradshaw. Bradshaw comes to the center, cut out there by Hope, finds Jermaine Harry for Hope International. And out goes the offside flag. So Tevin Thompson find themselves in that offside position. They have a 1-0 lead here in this encounter. Hope International against Bequia United here at the Brighton Technical Center. Goes down for Raleigh Bradshaw with it for Hope. And gives it to Bibi. Bibi gives it to Chad Davis on the far side. Being knocked into touch, and it's going to be a throw-in for Hope International. As you can hear the wind inside our microphones.
Well, this might very well be the last throwing of the game, Charlo.
Yes, so Bibi. And up goes the hand. There goes the whistle. And Hope International coming away with a 1-0 victory here, a well-deserved victory, Eddie.
Well, certainly, of course, goals will win matches, and Zidane Simmons, of course, in the 35th minute after a defensive blunder by the Bequia team, started it past goalkeeper Josh Stowe to give his team a 1-0 lead. But we certainly can't forget the fantastic work in the upright by goalkeeper Elron Baptiste, who certainly ensured that this Bequia United team, who looked a better outfit in the second half, did not touch the back of the old onion bag. So after the full 90, it's 1-0 in favor of Hope International. Of course, a victory here for them, earning 3 very important points.
Definitely. And so I think Baptiste would take the honors
Without a doubt.
of being the player of the game.
Certainly. So we'll have that interview, and then we'll wrap things up. Well, I'm here with the player of the match here tonight, Elron Baptiste. Fantastic game tonight, of course. You ensured that nothing went past you tonight, indeed. And certainly at the end of it, a 1-0 victory for your team. Your feelings on your performance?
Well, I feel excited for the back-to-back man of the match. I play well tonight.
Well, you saved that penalty. That was so very much important. How was it saving that penalty?
Well, very easy. It was very easy.
He said it was very, very easy. Well, of course, your team earned the 3 points tonight, and going forward, what do you think we can expect from Hope International?
Well, if we continue to play like this, we will reach far.
Congratulations and all the best.
Yeah, thank you.
Very well. So that's Elron Baptiste, the player of the match here tonight. And this is where we wrap things up, of course, here as far as tonight's triple header was concerned. Hope International winning the nightcapper 1-0. Certainly has been a pleasure on behalf of Charlo, the production team, Beck, and of course our camera crew and everybody who's involved here tonight. Thank you ever so much, and we'll catch you on Sunday when we come right back here at the Brighton Technical Centre.